welcome back to another episode of Creative Writing Advice with me, JJ Barnes. If you don't know me, I am the author of How to Write a Story, amongst other things. I also have films and production, and I'm over here on YouTube, usually doing my standard writing advice videos where I take a writing technique or a piece of story structure advice or some characterization stuff. I break it down, I do a dive into it referencing pop culture such as film and TV, things that hopefully you will know. But this video is a different thing I'm doing at the minute. So if you're not familiar with this series, this isn't my standard, this is a new thing that I've been exploring, and I'm gonna say, right, so that you guys know if you're familiar with these videos that I'm doing. I've really enjoyed this actually. I've had a bit of a hard week with various things going on, and you know what's really, really lovely? You guys send me so many questions. I can't even tell you how many questions I have been sent, and when I've been having a difficult time, knowing that there's all these people who are interested in things that I say is I really appreciate it. And honestly, when I film these videos, these quick fire question videos that I'm doing at the minute, you guys are funny. I mean, I have a little bag here that is just, I can't even, like, I can't tell you how many questions, and you ask me really interesting things sometimes, things that really make me think. And yes, sometimes you crack me right up, and it's a real joy, and thank you for letting me discover that, because I didn't know that you guys would be so interested. It was just a one-off idea. I thought, let's see what happens. Let's see if anybody is interested in that, and yeah, thank you, because you've cheered me up. I'm filming this video today when I've been feeling all bummed out and stressed and scared and anxious, and knowing that I'm going to spend a bit of time now doing this video where I answer your crazy questions about just all sorts of things, some like really funny and some really interesting and serious. It's a real joy. So this video isn't my standard writing advice video. Some of the questions I get are to do with writing and stories, some of them aren't, and basically I just take every single question I get on Ask FM and on social media and on here on YouTube. If it's for this sort of video, I stick it all in this bag. I answer, I mean, I can't do all of them, I'm not gonna lie. These videos take a long time to edit and render and upload as it is, because there's so many questions, so I can't do all of them in one video. But having this little stash of questions and not knowing what I'm gonna get, and getting to sort of think about things that I wouldn't normally take time to think about and talk about, so it's really interesting. So I'm gonna crack straight on and stop waffling at you. Yeah, if you want to add any questions to my little bag of magic, there's all the links, you know where they are now. So I'm going to start, I'll answer a few of them. I'll do my best to answer a few, like as many as I can, with, like, you know, time limit depending, because yeah, I can't have you trying to watch all this for hours, you'll get bored, I'm not that interesting. So question number 1. Do you prefer plastic or paper bags when shopping? I use plastic. I use those Bag for Life because I like to recycle, and they're good for the environment and stuff. So I use my Bag for Life where they last a very long time. I just take them with me to the shops if I go into shops. But I actually prefer fabric. I've got a few of those like light fabric that you can just roll up and stick in your bag, and I prefer those. I do feel they're more environmentally friendly too. They last like forever. The Bag for Lives last a really long time, of course, but they're not as good, and I just prefer the feel of fabric. We don't really use paper bags over here very much, I don't think. In the grocers you do a bit, but generally I'll use the plastic ones just because they're easier and cheaper to come by. But if I was rich and had like loads of money, I would definitely just get all of those recycled and get fabric shopping bags, although most of my shopping's delivered. I don't tend to go into the shops very often. I just found out that our local grocers do a cardboard box delivery of fruit and vegetables, which I'm really excited about because that's new. And I'll get all my fresh stuff delivered like that, which is ace. Okay, so question number 2. How do you behave yourself around people you don't like? I try really hard to, because I think that being able to be civil and polite to people you don't like is important, especially in a work environment. So if I don't normally work around people, but if I'm on set and filming, then of course there's going to be personalities that you don't necessarily click with. How do I do it? How do I behave myself around people I don't like? I'm not a very good actor. I mean, I know I've acted, and I've acted a bit, but I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not brilliant. I just do my best. I try to put the well-being of the society I am in, whether it's a mini society of a film set or a broader society of, say, a social group or a family network, I try to put that ahead of my own personal stuff and just be polite. Just be polite and friendly, and don't spend more time than is necessary around the person I don't like, because I don't need to. As long as I can put in a good showing of being respectful and friendly, I feel that is enough. But to be fair, I like most people. I'd say I'm fairly low stress when it comes to people. I can get on with pretty much anybody from any walk of life, any interests, really, because I don't feel like I need to dominate the interests of the group, and I don't mind getting on with people I disagree with either. I like debate, and I don't need everyone to agree with me all the time, so that makes it easier to get on with people. But there are people I don't like. Just do my best. I do my best. That's all we can do. So question number 3. What have I got? Cher or Whitney Houston? Now this is an interesting one, because both are fabulous and both have movies I love. But I'm gonna go Cher. I'm gonna go Cher because I feel I can belt her more. I mean, I'm a terrible singer, so I'm not gonna demonstrate my belting, but I feel like I can do a better Cher than a Whitney. I mean, who can do a Whitney? Who can do a Cher? Giving myself props, I'm like, who can sing Whitney? I can sing Cher. I can't sing Cher. I can't sing anything. But I prefer Cher, but not by a lot, because, I mean, fabulous, all of them. Right, okay, off I go. What language do you wish you could speak? I wish I could speak, I'd love to speak other languages. I wish I could speak Spanish. I can speak a bit of Spanish. Like, don't ask me to demonstrate, because it is really bad and my accent is terrible, but I can speak a bit of Spanish. I can speak a little bit of French, and I want to speak French too. I'd love to be able to speak an interesting, like, one that we here in England don't learn traditionally, like Russian or Chinese, or something that's not the standard. Like, over here we are taught Spanish, French and German those are the languages which you are taught one of those in school as a norm. I would really like it if I could learn, just a language that's a bit different. Be like Sydney Bristow, you know what I mean? And just shock people, just being able to be fluent in any language, just randomly. But I'm not very good at languages. It's a miracle I can speak English, let's be honest. My brain is really kind of stories, and then everything else comes second. So learning things that aren't to do with the one little area that I actually can do is not good for me. I'm a bit one track with my learning, really, but I would love it if I could do better, because I think languages are beautiful and the world is big and amazing, and I'd love to explore it more and be able to get by in those places more successfully. Okay. What is at the same time funny and sad? So I have a bit of a weird sense of humor. And I find I do find situations that other people are stressed out or like really upset by, I get into a sort of place where I'm like, this is so tragic that it's funny, and I just can't stop laughing, and everyone's like, what's wrong with you? This is a disaster. And I'm like, it's so funny because it's so terrible and everything is falling apart. The night that I got engaged, the night that Jonathan proposed to me, it was so funny because everything went wrong for him and I had no idea it was coming. He'd taken me out, we were in the city and we were supposed to be staying at this hotel and everything was going wrong and he was getting more and more upset and stressed by everything because bless him, he knew what he was planning to do. I didn't know, but he was getting more and more stressed by everything going so wrong, and I was just crying with laughter because I don't know, I find disaster entertaining sometimes because I guess it's that if you can't laugh, you'll cry, and I find disaster entertaining. So I don't know. I find a lot of things funny and sad. I find, I don't know a specific, just trust me when I say that if you're like really upset by something, like not something like, I'm not saying like if your mother died I'd be laughing, I wouldn't, that's not what I mean. I mean, I find when things are supposed to go one way and they go a completely different way and everybody is losing their mind and they're really upset and stressed by it, I'm the one who's laughing and getting really annoying because I find it so funny. So just general things. Oh my god, I'm probably a really bad friend because I do like just plots when things are going wrong. Judith, come on. Okay. If you could ask one person one question and get a completely honest answer, who would it be and what would you ask? Wow. Who would it be and what would I ask? I don't know. Huh. Who? I tend to ask people things. I do. I tend to be like, well, if I want to know something, I don't tend to shy away from asking questions, to be honest. I don't mind not knowing things. I don't mind people knowing that I don't know things. I don't have that, like some people feel like a real pride that they can't show that they don't know something. I don't have that. I've never really had that. I just ask, and some people treat me like I'm stupid because of it, but to me it's more stupid not to find out what you want to know. So that point aside, if I could, I'd probably, I don't know, maybe my grandma. Just something about her life, because my grandma died a couple of years ago and I loved my grandma, and the last years of her life she was not really there, and she was there obviously, but she didn't know me anymore, and I grew up loving my grandma to bits, but by the time I got to an age where I could want to ask her things that were the deep and the meaningful and the stuff that as an adult you care about from your elders, she wasn't available for me to ask her those things. So I mean, it's probably meant to be like a politician or like someone's god or something, but I don't really care what they think about a lot of stuff, to be honest. I do care about my grandma, but what question I'd ask? Maybe something about like, what mistakes did you make in your life? Because I think we can learn a lot from other people's mistakes, and if she had regrets, I'd want to know them because I wouldn't want to repeat them. So yeah, I would talk to my grandma. I miss my grandma. Okay. always sounds like a good idea, but never actually is. Staying for one more drink is my answer. When you're like, oh, I've had my limit, I've had enough, I really need to go home and go to bed, and someone's like, stay, one more drink, and you're like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. It's never a good idea, because once you stay for one more drink, you're like, well, one more drink, I'll stay for, and then it's 3 a.m. and you're in a karaoke bar, and suddenly you realise you don't know where your shoes are, and just if you feel like the time on the drinking and the partying is there, go with your gut. It's never a good idea to be like, yeah, one more, why not? That's just my experience anyway. Okay, I'm only going to do 2 more because I end up doing these massive long videos and I swear no one can get to the end of them. But it's mostly just me like blah blah blah. Okay, so is there any food you don't like? You know what? It's funny because I seem to end up talking about food in all these videos because I love food. But yeah, there is food I don't like. I don't like mushrooms, and I'm a vegetarian, so but it's not because I don't like meat. When I ate meat, I loved meat and I ate loads of meat. I'm not vegetarian for like taste choices. So I do like meat, I just choose not to eat it for my own personal reasons. But I don't like mushrooms. I really despise them. And because I'm vegetarian, people think you have to eat mushrooms if you're vegetarian. So they stick them in all your food, and you can order things without, you say, can I have this curry but no mushrooms? And you know what? Sometimes they still stick those little squishy things in. Can't stand them. I don't. Ugh, no. Terrible. Ugh. Okay. Would you ever be friends with people who have different views to you? This is a bit like that question about getting on with people you don't like, because yeah, absolutely I would. I don't need everyone to agree with me. I also like debate. I like not arguing in the, like, I don't like hostile, aggressive arguing, because I don't like that. But I love to have a reasoned debate where you can be like, well, I think this because of this, and I think this because of this. And I mean, obviously there's some views that, no, I couldn't be friends with someone who was like horrifically like racist or anti-Semitic, because I'd just be like, no, I don't want to find common ground with that, because I don't like that. But for a lot of things, yeah, of course, I think we should be friendly with people who have different views, because otherwise you're never challenged to think more. And also it kind of suggests massive narcissism. If you think that everybody has to be a clone of you and your thoughts in order to get along with them, what are you doing? The world is bigger than your brain. Like, yes, of course I can get on with people who have different views to me. But like I say, there are limits. Like, there's things that I would just be like, no, I mean, I could probably get on with them on other subjects, but I wouldn't want to. But yeah, of course, why? Yeah, I think we should. I think we should all be friends with people who have different opinions to us. It's healthy. Okay. What movies have you watched more than 10 times? Oh, so many. Jurassic Park, Die Hard, True Lies, Clueless, Dirty Dancing, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Oh my gosh, so many. Pretty Woman. Did I say True Lies already? Because stick that one in there. Terminator 2. Oh, Silence of the Lambs, Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, Psycho, oh my gosh, so many. Oh, Laputa, The City in the Clouds, Labyrinth, Moana, Lion King, oh, so many, so many, loads. I love films, love them. So many, loads of films more than 10 times. And also, I've got children. So I've watched Peter Rabbit, the movie, more than 10 times. I've watched all the My Little Pony movies more than 10 times. Yeah, loads. I love films. I love films. I get very excited. If I love a film very much, I will watch it again and again and again and again. I know, like, there's loads of films, and there's loads of films I do watch that aren't repeats. Like, I do, trust me, I watch loads of films. But those ones, more than 10 times. Thank you very much. So I'm going to end there, I think, because I've done all of these questions in this video, and I have all of these left. As I say, if you want to submit a question to go into my little bag of tricks here, then all my social media links are in the description below. I also have an Ask FM account. You can find me over there. It's just JJ Barnes. Yeah, send them in. As I say, it's really fun seeing what you guys want to know, because it's different to what I would normally be talking about, and that's cool. Like, I like to make my brain work. So thank you very much. Don't forget, if you subscribe to this channel, I'm putting out videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9:30 in the morning. The other videos I will be doing are breaking down a piece of story advice, like the things that I do in here. I talk about storycraft, writing techniques, characterization, things that you can infuse into your story that will enhance it and make you feel more in control of it, because when you have a technique you can use with confidence in your work, it will bring your story alive and make you feel more connected to it. So that is what I'm hoping to do. So yeah, do subscribe and drop me a comment. Any questions you want to know, you can stick them down here as well as over on social media, etc. Or if you have any opinions on what I've said or want me to expand on anything I've talked about, or if you know what, if you hate these videos that I am doing, it's fine, let me know, because like, if people stop sending me questions and don't watch these and like these videos and just are like, shut up, then of course I will. I don't need to keep doing this because it's fine. But I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm getting some feedback that suggests you guys are having a lot of fun with it too. So I will keep going with this as long as you want me to. So just let me know and I will do my best. And don't forget, if you go to jjbarnes.co.uk, my website, you can find links to all my work as well as all my social media, everything I've got going on over there, and you can come and say hi. So let's chat, let's get some more questions if we enjoy them, and I'll be back again soon. Thank you very much. Bye.